Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for visiting my channel. Welcome back to all my subscribers. I am back on YouTube after like a 4 year kind of hiatus. Life got busy. I got married. I had a baby. I joined the army. But I'm back. So thank you so much for taking the time to even watch my video when you could be watching anybody's video pretty much. So thank you. Thank you for spending your time with me. Today I just wanted to come and talk about, a part of the natural hair journey, which is very important to me, I think, which is being able to maintain your hair with protective styles. Now, the protective style that I have in my hair, as you guys can see today, is what many would consider mini twists. So I'm gonna do a close up so you can kind of see the hair and how it's parted and how small they are. Excuse them, they're not really, they're not perfect, but they'll do. So I'll just show you some of the twist more up close right here, so you can kind of see that, and you can kind of see that in the texture, right? And here as well. So yeah, so this is my protective style for right now, everyone. The mini twist, and you can kind of manipulate them how you want to. If you want, a fuller look in your face, you can kind of pull them forward, get a nice bobby pin, and you can, bring it that way if you want to create more of like a swoop and a bang. They're really versatile. I do enjoy them. I do enjoy having the mini twists. And as you can see, I kind of move them over to the side. You can pin whatever hair you don't want, that's in the way, like this right here. If you really didn't like it, you can just kind of get some bobby pins and put that down and that there. So just letting you know, they are versatile. You can, create different styles out of them, which is really cool. Another thing that you can also do with your mini twists is once they begin to get kind of old, you can wrap them into like Bantu knots in a couple of little cluster groups, and then kind of have like a curlier, bigger version for yourself or your hair. So I really enjoy the mini twists, and I'm going to let you know through my journey of being natural, which has been like a little over 4 years now. I mean, my hair has definitely grown. I'm trying to do like a mini length check, and probably shouldn't have worn black for this, but sorry, I apologize, guys. Next time I won't wear black so it'll be easier to kind of see. But here you go. So this is my hair. This is just like an impromptu length check. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. This is where my hair comes to about right here by the boobies. So it comes to about right there, and that's after about 4.5 years of natural growth. So yeah, I think I'm doing pretty okay. And just remember, everybody's natural hair journey is very individualized. Please do not feel any type of pressure to catch up with somebody's length or anything. Listen, if there's so many different factors that contribute to your hair growth, and more importantly, your hair retention, because everybody's hair grows. But the main, key component there is the length retention. And I'll do more videos about that later. But just to talk more about, the whole mini twist thing and kind of how I got into it. I'm a big proponent of protective styling, because I believe that that is the best way to encourage your natural hair growth, is to make sure that you're not over manipulating your hair. And so for those of you that may not know, to me, over manipulation is when you always have your hands in your hair, either always detangling it, always pulling it back. I know some of the styles that are real popular are pulling your hair back up in, a puff, and it creates tension. And then, from that tension and pulling, people begin, to lose those things that we love, which are our edges. Edges are like, gold in the natural hair community. So, you don't want to lose your edges. And so that's why I always want to tell people, if you can do protective styles, I always recommend that you use your real hair to be incorporated with that protective style, because that way you reduce the amount of actual tension that's being put, on your hair on a daily basis. Now, I've seen some people, and again, I'm not, gonna say I am against you using additional hair to do protective styling. I'm just saying I personally prefer to use my own hair. And I recommend that people use their own hair if you can, for protecting styling purposes, because you don't want your protective style to become destructive. Like, you don't want it to go from, oh, my protective style tore my hair out, or my protective style straight snatched my edges. Like, you don't want that to happen. And unfortunately, you can go on YouTube and see so many videos where unfortunately somebody got their braids too tight, or the person who did their crocheted too tight, and then they ended up losing, their edges. So for me, mini twists are convenient. Now, how long did it take to do these mini twists? I'd say about an hour and a half to 2 hours. If you can go to a shop and get them done, if you want to, I would recommend that you just try to grin and bear it, because you want to save them coins. You want to, save your money. If you can, do it yourself. Yeah, but I really like them and enjoy them. And in order to, basically put these mini twists in, I used shea butter, some grapeseed oil, and my Camille Rose Naturals coconut leave-in conditioner. And those were the three things that I used to keep this mini twist in. And I've had it in for a few days now. And I just sleep with like a regular bonnet at night to keep the hairstyle. But I'm just saying, I'm letting you know that if you are, into that type of thing, or if you are into protective styling, if you're a new natural person and you're looking for ideas in order to further facilitate your hair growth and hair retention, protective styling probably is a great thing for you to try. But just be careful. Make sure that you don't try to accomplish styles that aren't good for your hair at the moment. You know your hair better than anybody else. You certainly know your hair better than me. So if you know that you have very dry, brittle hair, you may not want to do a style that puts a lot of tension anywhere on your hair. It may be better for you to protective style by, doing some big cornrows and putting a wig on. That may be the protective style for you. So just keep in mind, your hair, your hair better than anyone else, better than any YouTuber. So don't let people tell you what you have to do. This is just a suggestion on what you can do. And I know a lot of times people don't want to use their own hair because they're like, I don't want my hair to be short, whatever. Do whatever is most comfortable for you. I can only give you the tips that, pretty much work for me. So yeah, so this is it, guys. This is it, the mini twist, and I'll come in a little bit more so that way you can see them. And even though I'm saying, oh, these are mini twists, these, to me, I don't feel like these are super small. I feel like, I don't know, maybe medium, like, small, medium. They're not really super small, but just to let you know, if you do the twist, you don't have to do them super small, and you don't have to do them super tight. Like when these were put in, there was barely, any tension there. But just so you guys can see, you always want to make sure that, your edges, that you protect them. It's good to, have those styles in mind that protect your edges, because remember, it's very true. It's a very true saying in life that prevention is better than cure. It's better to prevent certain conditions associated with your hair than, to try to fix something after the fact. So be conscious of that. Be aware of what you're doing to your hair, how much manipulation you're doing, how much tension you're putting in there. Even be aware of the products. And no, I'm not saying, your products have to be quote unquote 100% natural, because some of those products don't work for people. Some people actually have allergies, and it kind of prevents them from being able to use things. Like I know people who are allergic to shea butter. So I'm not going to down somebody because they can't use shea butter and they use something from another line that's not as natural or as processed. So it's okay. Do what is best for you and your hair growth and your hair journey. And like I said, it's a slow going process, but in time, like your hair, I'm just going to do another length check because this is random. But in time, like you can see, your hair will grow. Your hair will grow. So I'm just offering these tips that really, really, really helped me. And I wish that I knew, then what I know now, because then my natural hair journey in the beginning would have been a lot easier for me. Like I would have known these tips and been able to execute, and move upon them, better. Because when you are a new natural person, and you're trying to like figure things out, there are like a bazillion products, there are a million product reviews. You're just like, oh my goodness, what am I supposed to buy? I'm not about to be out here spending $1 million on hair products. And it shouldn't have to be that way. You shouldn't have to do that. So do what works best for you. And like I said, I recommend mini twists. Definitely recommend them. If it's something if you're comfortable with rocking your hair like this and twist, you can do it. I'm telling you, it's versatile. You can take them, you can stretch them, you can kind of, pin them up. If you wanted to do a bun, you can definitely do a bun with them. bring them across, it's up to you. But I just want to encourage you and let you know that there are protective styles out there that you can wear, that you can do yourself, that can be cost effective for you because you're using your own hair, so should be cost effective, hopefully. And it's all about your level of comfort. So do it. Try it. Try the mini twist and let me know how you like them. I think it's a good protective style for any time of the year, but for me, especially summertime, because sometimes you just want to be able to pull your hair back and not worry about putting tension, on your edges because you got to get the puff and then you got to gel it back because you want it to look, snatched in a certain way. Like you don't have to worry about that, kind of with these. So the maintenance, I feel like the time, these should last me at least 3 weeks to a month if I go ahead and make sure that I'm taking care of them and doing, an appropriate nighttime routine. And you can also actually wash your hair with these. And I'll come back and probably do a video showing you how to wash your hair with mini twists without having them, unravel. But I hope that you guys like this video. Thank you again for joining me because like I said in the beginning, you could be anywhere on YouTube watching anybody else talk about, their hair journey and natural hair. But you're here with me, so thank you so much. And let me know if you tried the mini twist. Have you had them before? Did you like them? Do you prefer, adding additional hair that's not yours in there? Let me know. But thank you so much for joining me, guys. Bye.